And President Donald Trump says China will begin purchasing U.S. soybeans and other farm goods by spring, following fresh discussions between Washington and Beijing. The announcement comes at a critical time for American farmers who were counting on China, the world's largest soybean buyer, to return to the U.S. market after months of stalled trade.
Speaking of China, since you made the deal, since you struck the deal with them, has the Chinese agreed to actually purchase any soybeans? Have they locked in any soybean purchases?
Yeah, and they're in the process of doing it. We spoke to them today. They're in the process of doing not only a little bit, but they'll be doing a lot of soybean purchase.
Do you know when? In the spring?
It's starting. Before then. I think before then. Okay. It's starting. They'll be buying a lot of soybeans, but really, Jennifer, a lot of everything else too.
But so far, there's little evidence that China has restarted meaningful purchases under the deal announced after Trump's meeting with President Xi Jinping in Korea. Beijing committed to buying at least 12 million tons of U.S. soybeans before the end of 2025 and 25 million tons annually for the next 3 years. With only weeks left in the year, those commitments remain largely unmet. This year, China has pivoted sharply away from the U.S. market. Chinese processors purchased around 40 million tons of soybeans from Brazil and Argentina, supplies that are not only cheaper, but free from retaliatory tariffs imposed during the trade war. Now, the result is a soybean glut inside China, pushing prices down more than 20% from their April peak and eliminating any commercial incentive to buy U.S. cargoes. Analysts warned that only state-directed buying could meet Trump's agreed targets, but there is little sign that such orders are happening at scale. The shift in agriculture trade also masks strains at home. Factories across China report furlough, canceled shifts, and uncertainty as tariff swings reshape supply chains and force companies to find new markets. Now, some manufacturers have shifted production to Southeast Asia and Mexico to avoid U.S. duties altogether. Well, for now, the clock is ticking on the soybean deal. U.S. officials say failure to meet the purchase targets could reopen the trade conflict, including new tariffs or export controls. But with China still booking fresh shipments from Brazil for the next month and cheaper South American crops arriving in February, the window for U.S. soybeans is closing fast.